Hey everyone, how are you? In this video, we are going to solve the Leetcode problem of the day, and the problem is Alice and Bob playing flower game. The problem category is of medium level, but I would say it is an easy problem. But the description of the problem is so bad that it is making it a medium level of problem, but in fact it is easy. Let us go through the description and try to understand the problem. Basically, there are two persons, Alice and Bob, and they are playing a game where there are two lanes of flowers between them. There is lane 1 and lane 2, and in every lane there are flowers. There are X number of flowers in the first lane and Y number of flowers in the second lane. So there is Alice, there is Bob, and then there are two lanes between them. Both the lanes will have some number of flowers. The game says that Alice is going to take the first turn. It is a turn based game. First Alice will take the turn, then Bob, then Alice, then Bob, then Alice, then Bob. In each of the turn, a player must choose either one of the lane and pick one flower from that side. Basically, when it is the turn of Alice, she can pick one flower from any of the lane 1 or lane 2, any lane. Then when it is the turn of Bob, Bob will pick one flower from any lane. At the end of the turn, if there are no flowers left at all, the moment there is no flowers left after all the flowers are picked, the current player captures their opponent and wins the game. The big confusion is who is the current player. I will tell you, basically the person who picks the flower last is the current player and will win the game, because after picking up the last flower which are there in any of the lane, that current player is going to capture their opponent and win the game. That player will take all the flowers from their opponent and it will win the game. Basically, if there is just one flower left and if it is the turn of Alice, Alice will pick that flower and then there are no flowers left, right? So the game is going to end and Alice is going to pick all the flowers of Bob and win the game. Or if it is Bob's turn and only one flower is left in any of the lane, then Bob is going to pick up that flower and win the game, because now Bob will take all the flowers of Alice. So there are given two integers n and m. Our task is to compute the number of possible pairs of x, y, where x and y are the number of flowers on lane 1 and lane 2, right? These are the two integers given to us, and our task is to compute the total number of possible pairs of x and y that can satisfy the following conditions. The conditions are: Alice must win the game according to the described rules. Okay, so we have to make Alice win the game. The second condition is the number of flowers x in the first lane must be in the range of 1 to n. Minimum number of flowers in the first lane will be 1, maximum number of flowers in the first lane will be n. And the number of flowers in the second lane must be in the range of 1 to m. Minimum number of flowers in the second lane is going to be 1 and maximum number of flowers in the second lane will be m. This n and m are given in the input. We have to find what are the number of possible pairs of x and y that satisfy the conditions mentioned in the statement. Basically, you have to find all the possible pairs of x and y according to which Alice will win the game, and the value of x will be within the range of 1 to n, value of y will be within the range of 1 to m. The question is big, but let me try to explain you what we have to do. Let us say the given input is n is equal to 3, m is equal to 2. Now what we have is, we have two number of lanes. This is lane number 1, this is lane number 2. And then we have Alice and we have Bob. Whatever value of n is given and whatever value of m is given, based on this we have to find x and y and all the possible pairs of x and y such that Alice will win the game. Now this x is the number of flowers we are going to keep on the lane number 1, and this y means the number of flowers we are going to keep in the lane number 2. X will be within the range of 1 to n, y will be within the range of 1 to m. Now how Alice or Bob can win the game, I will tell you. First of all, what you have to understand is, if the value of n is 3, if the value of m is equal to 2, and let us say we have two lanes. This is lane number 1 and this is lane number 2. These are different pairs of x, y. These are different number of flowers we are going to put on lane number 1 and lane number 2. When we put a flower on lane number 1 and we are putting one number of flowers, it is valid because we can put from 1 to 3 these many number of flowers. For lane number 2, we can put from 1 to 2, range of 1 to 2. So basically we have to find all the different combinations of flowers we can put. In the lane number 1 we can put 1, 2 or 3 flowers, right? In the lane number 2 we can put 1 or 2 flowers. So the different combinations are going to be 1, 1. Lane number 1, 1. Lane number 2, 1. Number of flowers. Or I can say 1, 2. In the lane number 1 we can put 1. In the lane number 2 we can put 2 number of flowers. We can say we can put 2 number of flowers in the lane number 1, 1 number of flowers in the lane number 2, 2 number of flowers in the lane number 1, 2 number of flowers in the lane number 2. This can be 3, 1 and this can be 3, 2 as well, right? So basically when the given value of n is 3, m is 2, you have total 3 multiplied by 2, n multiplied by m number of different combinations of flowers you can put on two lanes. Now the thing is, the question says how many different pairs of x and y are possible such that Alice is going to win the game. These are total number of possible pairs. It will be n multiplied by m. but in how many chances Alice is going to win. So we have to understand how a particular player is going to win, specifically how Alice is going to win. Let us try to understand this with all these 6 scenarios, and it is going to help us understand a very important pattern here. I will tell you how. Let us say this is lane number 1, this is lane number 2. And let us try for the first combination, one number of flower in the lane number 1, one number of flower in the lane number 2. We know that first Alice will take the turn and then Bob will take the turn. When Alice is going to take the turn, she will pick up the flower from any of the lane and Bob will pick up the flower from other lane. And now both the flowers are picked, right? But it is Bob who picked the last flower. It is Bob who is the current player. So the moment the player picks up the last flower, both the lanes are empty now, right? Both the flowers are picked, both the lanes are empty. Alice has one flower, Bob has one flower. Since Bob is the current player, Bob will pick the one flower which Alice has and Bob will win the game. The person who picks the flower in the last will win the game. Because Alice picks this flower, Bob picks this flower, both have one number of flowers. But since Bob is the last player and there are no flowers left on the lanes, he will pick up all the flowers which Alice has and he will win the game. Now Bob will have both the flowers and he will win the game. So basically the player picking up the last flower is going to win the game. Now the thing is, if Alice picks this flower, again Bob will pick up this particular flower and again Bob will win the game. So this is telling me that picking a flower from a particular lane is not important. You can pick up the flower from any lane and you are going to win the game. If Alice pick up this flower or Alice pick up this flower from any of the lane, the result is not going to change. Let us try to verify this again with this input. When we have one number of flowers in the lane number 1, two number of flowers in the lane number 2, this particular data. For this particular input, we got Bob who is winning the game, right? For the second data, we have again Alice will pick up one of the flowers from any of the lane. Now let us try to verify that if Alice pick up the flower from any lane, is the result going to change? If Alice picks up this flower, this is Alice flower now. Now Bob will pick up one of the flower from these two left flowers. Basically the lane 1 is empty now, but the question says that when both the lanes are empty, then only the game is going to stop. So this is Alice flower. Now Bob will pick up this particular flower. So this is Bob's flower. And now Alice can pick up this particular flower. So this is Alice flower now, right? Now all the 3 flowers are picked up. The lane is empty, right? Now you can see Alice has 2 number of flowers, Bob has 1 number of flower, and Alice is the last player who picked up the last flower. So Alice will take all the flowers of Bob and this particular flower will become Alice flower and Alice will have 3 number of flowers and will win the game. In this case, Bob will never be able to win the game. Let us say Alice started from here, right? And Alice won. If Alice would have started with this particular flower and this is Alice flower, Bob picks up this particular flower, this is Bob's flower. Still Alice is going to pick up the last flower and Alice will have 2 flowers. Alice is the last player and there are no flowers left, so Alice will win. What we can understand from here is, if a particular player picks up a flower, it doesn't matter which lane he picks up the flower from. He can pick up the flower from lane number 1 or lane number 2. The result is not going to change. So it actually depends upon the total number of flowers. The total number of flowers in all the lane. And let us try to verify this in the example number 3. In the example number 3, there are 3 number of flowers, right? Basically we are trying with this particular combination. 2 flowers in the lane number 1, 1 flower in the lane number 2. Now you will notice that this combination of 1, 2 and this combination of 2, 1 has same number of flowers. This combination has made Alice win the game. If this combination makes Alice win the game again, this is definitely going to support our fact that the number of flowers matters, that who will win the game. Again Alice will start and she will pick up this flower. Then Bob can pick up this flower and then again Alice can pick up this particular flower. Again the number of flowers are empty now. Alice has picked up these 2 flowers. This is the Bob's flower. But since Alice is the last player and the lanes are empty, she will take all the flowers of Bob and will win the game. Again Alice is going to win this particular game. What you can actually understand from here is, let us say there are 2 lanes and there are 0 number of flowers as of now. This is Alice, this is Bob. Now let us say there is 1 flower in the lane number 1, 0 number of flower in the lane number 2. Alice is going to win because Alice is going to start and Alice will pick up this particular flower. There are no flowers left. Alice is the last player to pick up the flower and she will win the game. But if I introduce 1 more flower in the lane number 2, now Alice will pick up this particular flower, Bob will pick up this particular flower, lane is empty, Bob is the last player and he will win the game. So what you can actually understand from here is, if there are even number of flowers, Bob will win the game. If there are odd number of flowers, Alice is going to win the game. The reason is, if I just introduce, let us say 3 number of flowers in the lane number 1, 2 number of flowers in the lane number 2. As of now it is odd. Why Alice will win? The reason is, Alice is going to start, she will get 1. Bob will start, he will get 1. Then Alice, then Bob. So if there are even number of flowers, and Alice starts, then Bob will end. But if there is one more flower, that is odd number of flowers, then Alice will take the end. Alice has started, right? There are 5 flowers. Let us say flowers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alice starts. This is Alice, and this is Alice, right? She will pick up the last one. But if there is even number of flowers, let us say there are 4 number of flowers. So here Alice will start picking up the flower number 1. Then she will pick up third flower. Bob will pick up the second flower and the fourth flower, right? Bob is going to pick up the last flower. But if there is one more flower, flower number 5, then Alice will have the chance to pick up the last flower. So basically, if there are odd number of flowers in both the lanes total, then Alice is going to win. Otherwise, Bob is going to win. Now, the simple thing to understand from here is the total number of combinations which are possible is n multiplied by m. These are all the different combinations, right? Total number of flowers 2, even, Bob wins. 1 plus 2 is 3, odd, Alice wins. 2 plus 1 is odd, Alice wins. 2 plus 2 is even, Bob is going to win. Simply, this is the condition. This will be picked up by Alice, then Bob, then Alice, then Bob. Bob picks up the last one, the lane is empty, Bob wins, right? So this combination is won by Bob. Then again 3 plus 1 is 4, Bob will win. And now 3 plus 2 is 5, which is odd, so Alice is going to win. 1, 2, 3. 3 times Alice is going to win. 1, 2, 3. 3 times Bob is going to win. It's very simple, guys. N multiplied by m is all the combination of the different number of flowers you can put in the two lanes. N multiplied by m divided by 2 is the times Bob is going to win. N multiplied by m divided by 2 is the times Alice is going to win. So if we try to find out all the different combinations, this is going to be the solution. We can have a variable result which is 0. Then we are going to run a loop for 1 to n plus 1. Basically this loop is going to run from 1 to n. The second loop is going to run from 1 to m. And if I plus j mod 2 is 1, that is I plus j is odd, then we are going to say result plus equal to 1. And then finally return the result. These are the number of times Alice is going to win. Now if you submit this, you will see that this is going to pass all the test cases. But the problem is some of the test cases are going to give us time limit exceeded error. Although the solution is correct, it is not efficient enough. You can see 522 out of 537 test cases are passed, right? Now let me give you a very simple formula, a simple mathematical formula, which is going to help us solve the problem. Now the simple thing to understand here is, if the value of n is 3, you have 3 different possibilities of value n, which is 1, 2, 3. And if m is 2, you have 1 and 2. These are the different numbers of flowers you can put in lane number 1 and lane number 2, right? Now what you need to understand is, if whatever combination you are choosing, let us say x plus y, whatever value of x plus y you are choosing, this should be odd, right? This can only be odd when this is odd, this is even, or when this is even and this is odd, right? So the first number, if it is odd, second number should be even. If the first number is even, the second number should be odd, right? Let us try with each of the value of n. That is, what are the different values of x which is possible? It is 1, then we have 2, then we have 3. And what do we need? If the first number is even, the second number should be odd. If the first number is odd, the second number should be even, right? So simply what you can do is, this is odd, now you need even, right? You got one number of even. This is even, you need odd, you got one number of odd. This is odd, you need a even, right? You got one number of even. So we can say with all these n numbers, 1, 2, 3, you are getting one number which is actually equal to m by 2. M is equal to 2, 2 by 2 is equal to 1. One number of element which is going to satisfy your condition. The formula is actually going to be n multiplied by m divided by 2. For each combination of n, you have m divided by 2 number of other values which are going to satisfy your condition that if this is even, the other is odd. If this is odd, the other is even. Their sum will always be odd, and if the sum is odd, Alice is going to win. Let us try to verify this with another input. When the value of m, let us say, is 3 and the value of n is 3. We are saying this is the formula. According to this formula, we have 3 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. This will be 9 by 2. This we can say this is 4.5. Let us take the value 4. So 4 times Alice is going to win. How can we say this? Now the value of m is 3, right? We have odd, right? When it is odd, we need even. We got one number of even, right? The other two are odd. So with this particular number, we got one combination which is nothing but 1, 2. This is even, so we need odd. We got two number of odd. So with this combination, we got two numbers, which is 2, 1 and 2, 3. When Alice is going to win. With 2, 2, Bob is going to win because the sum is going to be 4, which is even. When we have 3 number of flowers in the first lane, then we need odd, and this is odd, so we need even, right? We got one number of even. So you can say this is 1. The sum is 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 4. So again, this formula is correct, right? For each of our n number, we are getting m by 2 number of other combinations. Let us try with one more number. Let us say when the value of m is equal to, let us say 4. When this is 4, now this is odd, you need even, right? So you got two number of evens. This is even, you got two number of odd. This is odd, you got two number of even. So this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. total equal to 6. We got 6 combinations, basically 3 multiplied by 4 divided by 2. So that is our formula to find out how many times Alice is going to win. So let me just go back to the browser and let us try to code this. This is going to be very simple. We can say return n multiplied by m divided by 2, right? Now you can just run this. I think this should pass the sample test cases. Let's just submit this. This should pass all the test cases, and we have solved this particular problem in O1 time complexity and O1 space complexity. So yes, you can see the streak is still on, guys. The daily coding challenge is completed. So I hope this video has explained you everything you need to know about this particular problem. Although this particular problem solution was just one line, but my motto was to explain you how this one line solution is there, what you can think, and how can you think of this particular solution. Because we tried with brute force, right? We were not able to solve it. So there is something which is missing, right? And then we tried to find out the maths here. And even I saw the topic of this particular problem. It was maths, right? So definitely this is maths problem, and we have found the formula. So guys, that's it for this video. If this video has explained you the problem, the solution approach, and everything about it, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.